Hard stop.
No transition.
I think it might fade though, with the music.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, y'all? Happy Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Episode.
It's Tuesday.
Damn,
Holy
it's Tuesday.
shit.
What a vortex. Welcome to episode 23, our 0 to a million in 90-day challenge, where we take a brand new offer, starting from scratch, no team, no product, no sales, and bring it to $1 million in 90 days. And you're here for the journey.
We are currently at what? 275,000?
About 200 and, well, I'll tell you right now. $272,540.
$40. Favorite part.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
Dude,
All right.
We make hundreds of dollars a year.
That's probably accurate after all the crypto losses.
Yes. Yeah.
Probably literally like hundreds of dollars.
That's right, dude. We're going to make it. We're going to make it.
Yep.
All right. So let's go through our numbers for yesterday.
Ooh, shorter episode.
Yes.
A little late start. We had about, like 45 new ad creatives that needed to be filmed. So we're trying to get everything set so that we can split test 3 creatives basically every 3 days. So we wanted to batch everything instead of trying to do it one by one by one by one. And we rented a studio out yesterday. We were there until probably like 12?
Yeah, about 12:15.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
It was a phenomenal experience. Shout out to Jay at Onsite Studios.
Yeah, the place is awesome.
That was a epic setup. I mean, what a great experience.
Yep.
And to be able to just have everything taken care of and just get into a flow state.
Yeah, just so you guys are kind of aware, well, one, if you're in Miami, you got to hit this guy up. Just type in Jay. I don't know the actual handle, but I'll give it to you guys in a little bit. But it's probably about 1, 2 o'clock. I looked at Dean. I was like, let's film out of here today. And we booked his studio probably for like 4 or 5 hours out. No, it was much later. We booked for 8 at like 1. So about 6, 7 hours. Showed up. Dude had sets, everything ready, cameras, teleprompter. Teleprompter is voice activated, so it follows your voice.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Dude, that was epic.
That was.
Yeah, that was probably, honestly, that's just such a hack. I don't know what prompter that was, but that was legit. So anyways, we spent about 3.5, 4 hours there. Got a ton done, and I did drink 2 Celsiuses after like 9 p.m.
Yes, you did.
So that was a huge mistake.
Yeah.
And
at about 1 a.m., I'm like, yeah, bro, good luck sleeping. Because
I didn't
You got
sleep.
the adrenaline pumping.
Look at my face right now, dude.
Dude, I don't even want to look.
I look like a
I
skeleton.
don't even want to look.
I don't even look alive right now.
But you know what? The conversation that we had on the way back about just like the pace, the intensity. I mean, we're in full on, dude, very few humans, I feel like.
No, people can't. I 100% stand on what we talked about last night, where maybe someone could keep up for a few days, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, like we've been on as of right now, and then another basically 60 days from now where we just maintain this. But at the same time, it's kind of like a marathon. You run, everything hurts like super freaking bad, and then you just go into this like numb autopilot state.
Yep.
I think we're about to hit that autopilot state where like this just is normal.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's been about 4 or 5 weeks where it's up at 6, 7, going to bed at 12, 1, and not healthy.
I probably wouldn't recommend doing this for years, but
no, but for a year, yeah, if you want to do some great stuff, it's
well, dude, the body's resilient. You know, like as long as we give a little bit of rest,
as long as your mind doesn't break, your body's gonna be just
honestly
fine.
it. That for real is the key. So
yeah,
feeding the mind and taking care of the mind, being having a high standard for what comes into it. Super, super important.
As long as you're stacking wins and you're getting stuff done, you're going to feel good. I mean, we were even talking with Jay, the guy that owns the studio, yesterday. And there's this certain point around, like, I don't know, our age now or my age now and where he is. I'm not sure how old he is, but where your mind just kind of flips. And it's like, oh, wait, literally everything's just a consistency game.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that sounds like super generic and whatever, but...
unsexy.
Yeah, but I mean, it really is. Like, depending on how consistent you can be from idea to execution or just consistently doing the same thing over and over again. Like this podcast, or not, this isn't even a podcast, this live stream. I mean, there's a million reasons we just should do other things with our time.
Yeah. There's a million reasons why we weren't going to do today.
Yeah. But you just turn it on, you get it done, you do it. Something good always happens. So,
well, it reminds me like when I was running my real estate business, I would have agents that are like, hey, what's the key to success? And like it was so true in real estate because like when you think about real estate agents, it's there's a lot of like really bad business business acumen people. Like they don't have good business acumen oftentimes, but they are like kind of their own business owner. And the key to success is literally just don't quit. Like if you just stick with it and just don't quit, you're going to, in 5-10 years, you're going to be a success.
at some point, yeah.
Like I know real estate agents that have been in the business for 20 years that are terrible business people, but they crush it because they just didn't quit.
Yeah.
So
if you look at content, if you look at, all right, so when Salesmentum was first starting, there was all these companies around the like HubSpot, RevOps, like there was a bunch of these companies that were all doing what we were doing, kind of, right? They're all gone. And it's only like 3.5, 4 years in.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Yep.
None of them are around anymore. And it's like, okay, well, just have to keep doing this for more years, and then eventually there's really not going to be anybody left.
Yeah.
Or there's going to be a bunch of new people that will be here and then gone.
Yeah.
And then gone. Yeah.
Keep going through
'Cause
that cycle.
I mean, what I see with a lot of honestly, especially in the circles that we're in, not necessarily the successful circles, but just this circle in general, the online kind of high ticket service, agency, info, whatever you want to call it, space. People get into it. It gets hard. And then they change and they do something else. And then they do something else. And then they do something else. And they do something else. And to be honest, they just never actually get to a point where they can build or sustain a real business.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to see that with sales momentum. It's like there's so many different learning points and so many different things that go wrong and then go really right. And it's all kind of mixed together. And the only difference between, there's quite a few differences, but one of the biggest differences between us and a lot of these companies is, one, a lot of these companies just do the same thing and they don't change ever. And then also they just eventually just stop. They don't do anything anymore. Like they get burnt and then they're done.
Yeah.
I think we've been able to pivot pretty quickly and execute even quicker, which has honestly kept it fun.
Yeah. Well, I think keeping it fun is a big part of it. Like if we can continue, like the way to continue, I think, and to stay consistent with all this stuff is to literally like fall in love with the process.
I'm so tired, dude.
I know, bro.
I'm waiting for this coffee to hit me. I'm like,
Yeah. Just stick with me. We're
just
almost
keep
there.
talking.
Yep.
Consistency.
Yep. We'll be back in a few minutes.
All right.
But yeah, dude, it's really about like falling in love with the process because like, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people that get into business are like so focused on the dopamine hit of the success, which isn't always the case. I mean, success goes like this, as long as it's like a upward trajectory over time. That's like the recipe for success. But to fall in love with the process, like actually enjoy the process. And this is something I had to like train my brain out of in order to be, consistent with things in my life, is I can't just do this for the win, because the win, failure is a part of winning. Like you have to learn how to fail in order to win. So some days are good, some days are bad, some days you're getting kicked in the face. But if you could still stay consistent in the midst of all that, that is the key. So I think it really comes down to just like falling in love with the actual process. Like, all right, I'm going to trust in the result, but let me find the joy in actually doing it.
Yeah. I mean, yep.
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 That's what I have to say about that.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's move over to our Mission 1 Million scorecard, and let's do this. All right, so sales calls yesterday. I had one yesterday.
3.
All right, so we had 4 scheduled. Let me just double check. I think it was 1. Yeah. Yep, it was 1. All right, low ticket purchases. I've got that right here. We had 1. Number of shorts posted. I should bring that up over here.
YouTube.
I don't know why I'm checking. I know that the Fredditor does not miss.
No, we don't.
So I already know the answer to this, but, just got to do it.
Whew.
Oh, actually, I don't have this on. I'm going to have to do it here.
Pulling it up right now.
Yeah, I've got it right here.
Wow, I need to get in that cold plunge. That's what I need to do.
Yeah,
Got the
dude.
sauna and steam room and stuff tonight.
Oh, wow, nice.
That's needed
Hell yeah.
very badly right now.
I'm not going to say no to that.
No.
All right, so we'll go from the bottom here. So views yesterday, 2358.
Whew.
Let's see, subscribers. We got 0. Really feeling the love. And then for content, we've got...
Oh. What are you looking for? Number of shorts?
Yeah.
Yesterday we got 3.
All right. Now let's go through our marketing and sales metrics. Ad spend.
Ad spend. I don't know. Facebook. Dude, screw this. We'll go over it tomorrow.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, nothing
Yeah.
significant happened with numbers yesterday.
Yeah, honestly, what was yesterday? First of all, how did the sales calls go?
Well, none of them showed up, so
Uh,
yeah, we're not taking Monday morning meetings anymore.
yeah.
People book out all of Monday morning every single weekend, and then no one shows up Monday morning, no matter how much you
Confirm
that, do anything. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say all of them didn't show up. It was
I had one.
2 no-showed, and then one guy basically let me know he was stuck on an airplane and couldn't make the call. So, but Monday morning is just a horrible time to take sales calls, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. So we're probably going to block that. To be honest, yesterday was just good because one, our L10 that we ran was good because we realized we didn't have specific targets for certain teams in the company. Meaning we didn't have specific objectives that we're working towards, which made it super fucking all over the place. Like, how can we make to-dos instead of like, wait, what are we actually working towards?
Yeah.
You know, like what's the objective we want to be at in 30 days? What's the thing that we're trying to build? What is it that we're going towards? Let's not just come up with random to-dos and problems, because a lot of times they're not even problems that matter right now.
Right.
So we kind of hit a reset for some of the other sides of the business. Not reset, just realignment. And then I got a lot of stuff done with marketing, with all of the new ad creatives written and created, and a prompt that makes it super, super easy, which was cool. Yeah, the studio. I mean, yesterday was more of a standard Monday, to be honest. Like a lot of figuring out everything from the previous week, or where we're at in the month, and kind of where we're headed for the rest of the week. We've been in this like all-out sprint mode where it's just about how quickly can everybody take certain things and get them done. And when you're launching a new product or offer, that happens a lot. And to be honest, there's really no better way to do it, because if everybody's just isolated, like if you have a new offer or even a new business, let's just say a new business, you're launching a specific offer or whatever, and everybody has like one isolated thing they're doing, I just don't see how that is very beneficial. Like,
it's hard to work in silos at that stage of the game.
you can't.
But I also think that we're at the point where it makes sense to actually silo. And
now for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the realization yesterday was. It's like, wait, we got to get back to our lanes, because when we were running, when the fulfillment, when it was just on for service, it was very much lane oriented, very specific, role specific, and it, of course, we'd been doing that for many years before we got to that point. But then transitioning over to this, it was just, all right, fucking nut up or shut up. Like let's get stuff done.
Yeah.
You're either
Do
gonna
something.
You're either going to be collaborative on what we're actually focusing on here. This is
Yeah.
where we need to get to. Now let's divvy it up, because it doesn't matter who gets this done. We just need it done. And right now, this person are full. Like, capacity is overload. So if we weren't able to collaborate and do stuff and share responsibility in the beginning, we wouldn't be as far as we are as quickly as we've gotten here.
I agree.
But now we've got a lot of clients in it. We've got a lot of sales calls. We've got a lot of marketing spend. There's a bunch of new stuff that we're building into the product and into the service. There's recruiting and hiring that's now starting to happen. There's all this other stuff that now everybody needs to basically go back out and
Get into their lane.
just hold down their lane.
Yeah.
Not let anybody else have to deal with anything that comes through that lane, so that people can really build out what they need to build out. So, yeah, yesterday was good. The nightcap with the session in the studio was honestly
Yeah.
my favorite part. But
That was epic. Yeah, I agree. I was kind of all over the place in terms of different things going on. But I think one of the things that we still have to talk about, that we came away from our L10 yesterday, was you're focused on sales and marketing. I'm focused on account management, upsells, client experience, product, like the backside of the business. And up until now, to your point, we've all been just trying to get this mass moving, and we're all pushing the same boulder. But now that we've got some momentum, we're, I think splitting off and
we got to cover the flanks.
Yeah, I think it's perfect time to do that.
Yep.
So, all right, cool. Well, this was a short and sweet episode. We got started a little bit late. And now we got to run to our meeting. So tomorrow we'll be back here. Probably not the same time. Maybe on time tomorrow, but definitely same place. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace. Dude, I look terrible.
It's all right, dude. Me too.
Oof.
It's part of it. We're gonna look back on this and be like, damn.